load of Okay, so Neighbours, or Bad Neighbours, as it's called here in the UK. I just want to start by saying I am a Seth Rogen... What? I've got to talk more about Transcendence. Dude, they don't care. It's been out for a few weeks. It's rubbish. Let's just move on. Okay, let's talk more about Transcendence. I was excited to see the film back when I saw the trailer. It looked good. Good cast, good story, talented people making it. But unfortunately, there is a reason this film has a 20% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, or Tomatoes. It's long, it's dull, and it's just quite silly. I really didn't enjoy this one. There is some great actors in this, but sadly they're all wasted. The characters are boring, two-dimensional, and underwritten. There's a moment when a character has a gun pointed at someone and she says, "Upload the virus, upload the virus." I mean, that kind of dialogue, do you need to hear any more? I should have had a shave before doing the video. I haven't got enough time. I've got Game of Thrones to watch. Busy man. So was there anything I liked? There were a few things. The cinematography is good. The actors do their best. You know, the acting's pretty solid for the most part. The special effects are all fine as well. They get the job done. There's also some good sci-fi concepts in this film. They've just been done before and they've been done better. Johnny Depp was paid $20 million to do this film. I mean, half the time it's just his voice. There's a point when the lawnmower man and his girlfriend are on the run, and then the film cuts to 2 years later. I mean, that's just bad writing. There was one time I genuinely got excited watching the film. I spotted the actor Chris Garton. He only has a couple of lines. He's in it for about 30 seconds. It's not a big role, but I was happy to see him. He's the actor who replaced Kevin Bacon for Tremors 2. The fact that that was the most exciting moment says a lot. As I said before, the film's been out for a few weeks and it hasn't done well. It actually looks like it's going to lose money. I've seen worse films this year, definitely, like I, Frankenstein or Ride Along, but this is my least favourite big budget film so far this year. I was really disappointed with this one and I don't recommend it. We've seen it before and we've seen it done better. Okay, so Neighbours, or Bad Neighbours, as it's called here in the UK. Now, I just want to start by saying I am a Seth Rogen fan. Pineapple Express, Superbad, Knocked Up. I love those films. But I don't love everything he's done. You know, Green Hornet, Zack and Miri Make a Porno, Observe and Report, that film he did with Barbra Streisand. They didn't do much for me. So what I'm getting at is, yes, I'm a fan, but you know, I'm not a fanboy. And this will be my honest opinion on the film. Zac Efron can act. And he's funny. When the did that happen? There's a lot of nudity in this, but unfortunately it's mostly from the guys. A lot of dick and a lot of ass. Man ass. My second favourite kind of ass. I'm not really a fan of it. Like a lot of Seth Rogen films, they do improvise a lot in this. And sometimes the jokes do go on too long, or it just turns into two people shouting at each other. There definitely could be a bit of a trim here and there. But for the most part, it is very funny. Quite often with these type of films, the female characters are often the naggy wives or the slutty neighbours. And I'm happy to say that Rose Byrne isn't like that. She gets mixed in, she's very funny, she gets some of the biggest laughs. I was just really happy to see that. Dude, I would totally go gay for Zac Efron. I mean, the dude's ripped, man. Don't put that in. There isn't much of a plot or character development. It plays more like a series of sketches, but it is very quick-paced and very funny. If you're happy with that, then you're going to have a good time. Yeah, I'd go gay for Seth Rogen as well. I mean, a sense of humour is important, man. That's what my girlfriend's always telling me. I mean, she's lucky though, because she gets the funny and the sexy. So McLovin is in this film, and he's got a big... What? Well, yeah, I know that's not his real name, but that's what everyone knows him as. Whenever he pops up in a film, it's, hey, McLovin. You almost feel sorry for the poor bastard. But he's in this film and he's got a huge cock. That's kind of his running gag. And it's too big for my liking. And by that I mean, it's just not realistic. It's like literally like that. It's too big. I like my cocks in films about that. And in adult films, actually I don't like them too big in adult films because it makes me feel bad. Kind of like, actually smaller, but not too small, because what's the point? About that. That's a good size. I didn't enjoy this as much as, say, Pineapple Express or Knocked Up, but I did have a good time. Now, if you're not a Seth Rogen fan, stay away. There's nothing for you here. I'm also a fan of the director, Nicholas Stoller. He directed the films Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Get Him to the Greek, and The 5-Year Engagement. Now, I enjoyed Neighbours more than The 5-Year Engagement. That's my least favourite of all the films he's done. But I didn't enjoy Neighbours as much as the first two, Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Get Him to the Greek. There's just really not much of a story here to get into, you know, it's just a series of laughs. Whereas Forgetting Sarah Marshall, I actually related to it more than I'd like to admit, and I really do think it's a great comedy. It's one of my favourites of the last decade for sure. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, then please subscribe or like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I really do appreciate all the support I get. Now, one final thing, Neighbours came out this weekend. It made about $51 million, really impressive. It knocked off The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I was really happy to see that as, like I said, I'm a Seth Rogen fan and I had a good time with this. It's not his best, but it was good fun. Now, in doing research for this review, I went on the message boards on imdb.com just to see what people were saying, and I was blown away by how much hate there is for Seth Rogen. I really don't get it. I think he's funny and he seems cool. I'm guessing it's just jealousy. And to all those people, go out and get a life. I mean, you're wasting away. Why are you online? He's a fat, smelly piece of shit and anyone who likes him is an idiot. Just fuck off. Okay? Just go out and get a life. Seriously. He's very successful. He has a huge fan base. He's not going anywhere. Deal with it. Okay? Now, if you don't mind, I've got other things to do.
Gonna fuck your shit, gonna fuck your shit, gonna fuck your shit off. Gonna knock your bitch, gonna bang your bitch, gonna knock your bitch off.